Very good evening, viewers. Thank you for joining today's webinar, curated exclusively for you amidst the COVID-19 lockdown by Team Remarkable Education. One of the most beautiful quotes I read recently said, travel is not only an emotion, it's all about people's feeling. Yes, so is everyone cut out to have a career in travel and tourism? And maybe an entrepreneur in this field risking it all? Or are there alternatives to pursue our dreams and passion? Let us find out that today. This evening, we have a very accomplished set of individuals with us. Their resume is so impressive and their experience is as rich as gold mine. Our guest today has extensive experience in travel and tourism and has been their strong forte through. So, moving further, I'll be introducing you to our first speaker for the day. Yes, Dr. Saurabh Dixit. Dr. Saurabh has done his BE, PGD, PM, MBA, MA, and PhD, having about 29 years of teaching, training experience of serving in IT industry and institutions. He's worked as editor, acted news, directory of Tourism Institute in India, placement officer, etc., and also authored 4 books and about 25 research papers. A very warm welcome, sir. Sir, you're audible, sir.
First of all, I would like to welcome Miss Prachi Gaur from Remarkable Education, Mr. R.V. Krishna, our alumni member. He was former president of IITTM alumni. Mr. Amit Sharma, he is senior vice president in ENK. And my dear students, first of all, I would like to welcome you and I am thankful to you for your interest in tourism and travel sector. I am thankful to Remarkable Education for inviting us. We all are thankful to Ministry of Tourism for their thought, their thinking for students' career. So, my dear students, today we are talking about career prospects in tourism as a tour manager, tour guide, and tour escort.
Yes,
As you
sir.
know, this field is
So,
yes.
so to introduce other speakers, sir, I'll be
Okay.
moving further. Now, the next speaker, yes, we all have been waiting for Dr. Amit, Vice President, Contracting and Product Development at Abercrombie and Kent, India, world's premier luxury travel company. Yes, having 55 offices worldwide and expert roster for United Nations World Tourism Organization. Education, PhD in Sustainable Development, PGTTM from IITTM Gwalior, EPBM from IIM Calcutta, Masters Business Management, Masters in Education, Masters in Science Chemistry, Lean Six Sigma Belt, Black Belt, few other specialized PG courses as well. Teaching in various management institutes and universities for the last decade as a visiting faculty, have been an industry member in curriculum development and board of studies for pedagogy and skill development, known for an industry professional having a zeal to bridge the gap between academia and industry parameters by leadership knowledge diffusion. Have several research works, publications and presentations, journals, reports to accredit, an avid speaker, and a passionate believer in the sustainable supply chain in tourism management. Participate in various academic and professional leadership conferences as co-chair, chair, and keynote. Have been facilitated by the Institute of Supply Chain Management, India, as a leader of the year 2020. He has been catalyzing and innovation interfacing with academia, civil society, and private sector organization. A very, very warm welcome, sir. His profile is huge, a bit I could share here with you all. So,
Well, thank you so very much, Dr. Gaur, for introducing me. Yes, tourism sector is something which, even if we start talking today, we can talk on and on and on. Having almost 2 decades in the industry, all I can say, if someone is interested for this sector, sky is the limit. You just know to your strengths, you just know to your weakness, and then start moving, start involving yourself in the various segments. Like today's session is all about tour escort and tour manager, so we'll be talking more about it. Over to Dr. Gaur so that she can introduce next panelist also, and then we can start the discussion later.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Moving further, yes, our third speaker of the day is Mr. Krishna R.V., founder and director, Elite Escapes Travel, Bihar Heritage Tours. Krishna R.V. is a graduate in Sanskrit and has completed diploma in tourism management. After finishing tourism course in 1997, joined travel trade and served leading brands, namely Odysseus, NV Belgium, Sita World Travel, and Travel Wings Tours. Also function as AGM Sales India Market for Banyan Tree Hotels and Resorts based at Banyan Tree GSA office. In the year 2011, established Elite Escapes, which has grown into a reputed brand in domain of luxury travel. Also established Bihar Heritage Tours with aim to promote destination Bihar. In course of his last 24 years with travel trade and having widely traveled, Krishna has evolved with an enriched experience in domains of outbound travel, luxury travel, and business process. A committed travel professional, Mr. Krishna has been well recognized by trade colleagues, academics, professional mentors, and friends for his value creating vision for profession and life. A very warm welcome, sir. Our students are quite excited to see you today.
Thank you, Prachi, for a modest introduction. I'm happy to join all of you, and good evening to all the listeners who are logged in. And I look forward towards a very informative and value-creating interaction with all of them. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Well, we have a huge list of questions today with you all. So, for the first question, I would like to ask one of the experts here on the panel that if you can tell us a bit about how one can establish a career in tourism industry, because we all know about tour operator, tour escorts, and everything. So our students want to know how they can establish their career in tourism industry, and if you can talk about the niche as a tour management as well, please. Yeah, any one of you would like to take this? Krishna, sir.
So, Krishna sir, for you.
Okay, thanks a lot, Amit, and thank you, Prachi. What I would like to suggest that the first step of the ladder is to get a formal education in tourism management. So, when I recall my starting point, it all started, and I could evolve as a tourism professional only because in year 1996 I took a call to do a course in tourism management from IITTM Gwalior. That time, IITTM had the two locations, IITTM Gwalior and IITTM Bhubaneswar. But now it has evolved into, actually, it has grown into 5 locations and some sister locations as well. So first step of the ladder is to go ahead and do a professional tourism management course from an institute of repute. That is one. Second part, to develop a career, certainly the entry into any industry after finishing the course seems very intimidating, and a lot of students find it very challenging. But since our days in 1996, 97, I'm talking about, IT team had been helping through campus placement. So I also got a campus placement, which most of the institutes do. But then till that time, the role of the institute is there to really give you a skill and to develop you into a professional to launch yourself. But now, post launching yourself in the trade, when you have come to start working for a company in the travel trade, tourism trade, it is all up to you how you really take, how really you are committed and how you are determined to move forward. So first 3 to 5 years are very crucial. You should go very cautious because the tourism education institutes go for more of a fundamental learning process, and but you really need to pick up the applied information, applied knowledge, applied skills, and this process happens into 3 to 5 years period. That is the time to little bit really slog, really work hard, and really have an attitude that I'm ready to do whatever comes in front of me. Very exciting trade. So these two points at the moment I would like to highlight. Firstly, to select a good institute which can impart, which has a recognition, which has a reputation in the trade. Second part is to dedicate your first 3 to 5 years to really sharpen your skills, the skills, the fundamentals of the tourism business and operations, what you have learned into institute, that takes a applied format when you come to the trade. So 3 to 5 years, really be very dedicated. Whichever the company you have chosen to work for, do your best shot to them, and in the return you will be learning. Then only start looking for big parts, big brands, a lot of job changes. But first 3 to 5 years are very crucial. This is what there can be a long list that what else you should do, how you should really plan to grow. But these two fundamental steps I wanted to highlight. Select the good institute, and 3 to 5 years, prepare yourself to really sharpen your skill and acquire the skill, applied skills from the trade. That is what I wanted to say at the moment. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Definitely. And I agree with this point that skills, yes, they are important, and the right institute, because the right exposure, the right environment, and the right mentors are very, very important to grow further. And being, as a new comer in the institution or in the organization or to the new field, obviously, they need to be nurtured in a right manner so that they can grow gradually or in a right way for the right thing. Well, moving further, Dr. Saurabh, the next question is for you. If you can help our students to understand in detail about what all qualifications are required to be in this field. Are there anything specific which is required to be there? Over to you, Dr. Saurabh.
My dear students, actually in tourism and travel management in India, a number of institutes and universities conducting courses, short-term courses and regular courses. IITTM is premier institute, Indian Institute of Tourism and Travel Management. It is under Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. Almost 40-50 universities are organizing tourism and travel degree programs, undergraduate level, that is BTM or BBA in tourism. Postgraduate level degrees are there like MTM or MTA in tourism administration. In various universities and IITTM, PhD courses are also available. So my advice is, if you are looking for career in tourism and travel management, go for reputed institute or the institute which is providing you practical exposure in this area. Like in tourism, practical exposure meaning you are getting a lot of information through informal channels. So when you are joining any college in the country in which there are students from all corners of the country, students speaking various languages, automatically you would be learning a number of languages. If you are joining tourism courses, please try to learn foreign languages also. These foreign languages are very helpful. So you can go through a list of institutes like IITTM, then Jivaji University, then other Kurukshetra University, other universities are also there. Thank you.
All right, sir. So, again, the one thing which I really want to focus upon, uh, is there any specific qualification to be a tour escort, or anyone can become even after 12th, or after having specialization like this course, What changes does it bring to anyone's life? Dr. Amit, if you would like to take this question, please.
Hi. Well, tour escorting, in my opinion, is one of the critical part of our tour itineraries and tour packages. If I may say that a tour escort or tour manager, which we may call, can either make or break the tour. Can either make good memories or your entire lifetime that particular package or that particular holiday will be ruined. So if someone is thinking to be a tour manager, someone is thinking to be a tour escort, the first and foremost quality I would like to emphasize is go getter. In tourism industry, especially in tour escorting business, 1 to 1 will never be 11. Neither 1 to 1 will be equal to 0. We need not to have the people having very high IQ level who can talk about E is equal to MC square for sure. We need the people, we need the students, we need the professional who can serve on the ground as per the reality of that particular need of the hour. So for tour escorts, the person who can act as guardian of the group, the travelers, the guardian of the guests, the person who can take the call there and then, a logical call, keeping in mind the reputation the company he's working for, the reputation the country he's representing, the overall need based assessment to the point on the spot. I think we need these kind of professionals, these kind of students, these kind of young comers in tour management and tour escorting business. So if you have these skill sets, having combination with the right institutes, with the right teacher, you can sharpen your these skills, and we welcome you all to the industry. Back to Dr. You, to the anchor.
Yes. Well, very well explained, sir. Quite in detail, and I believe it's going to help definitely to all our students. So, moving further with the next question, Dr. Amit, if you can help our students to understand how is this field affected by lockdown, and how is it coping up with with the same, because current situations are really bad and different. So how we all can understand, and parents, those who are concerned about their students, their kids, the school, so how they can make them more understand any detail that yes, definitely is required. It is in demand. Dr. Krishna or Dr. Amit, if you can please help all our students and parents for
Okay.
this.
Sir, can I take the Dr. Krishna, sir?
Yeah, yeah. Please
Okay.
go ahead, Amit.
All right. So, two aspects to it. A, if you are looking for short term goals or long term goals. Short term goals, definitely, if you'll see for tomorrow, day after 1 month or 2 months, yes, it's a challenging time for all of us. But the better side is this is the time to reinvent ourselves. This is the time wherein we can learn about new skill sets, what is desired, what could be the future trend in the market. If we can focus on that, we can attain the short term goals. I will share the example. Today's trend is more about responsible tourism, sustainable tourism, wildlife tourism, ecotourism. So for the short term gain, if someone can get expertise in these 3 or 4 subsectors of the tourism, I think one can sail through easily. These are global trends, not only for India, across the global. People, the travelers would want to keep a tap on their carbon footprint while they are having the holidays. People would want to contribute back to the society for that reason where they are going for, be it endangered tribals, endangered species, or wildlife. You may take a word. If the travelers want to visit a particular destination, they would want to contribute it back there. That is number one. For the long term gain, which I feel could be the relevant for today's discussion, is after having admission in these courses, you will be pass out, you will be in the industry after 3 years or maybe 5 years after having bachelor's or master degrees, or vice versa. 3 years, 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years. So by that time, there will be drastic change in tourism industry. There will be drastic change in the itinerary making. There will be drastic change in the demand what people are looking for. Travelers are becoming mature day by day. So if you are thinking that yes, today's scenario is not that great, I agree with you. So take this with pinch of salt to increasing your skill set on couple of subgroups which I mentioned, ecotourism and sustainable tourism. For the longer run, keep your expertise on very key focus areas. See the bigger picture as in tourism industry. Then go for the micro catchment areas. What could be relevant for you as a person? You as in person will be relevant to complete that supply chain management. I would rather call it value chain management in tourism industry. You could be integral part. And if you are the differentiator as per your skill set after 2 years or 3 years, I think that will be the first ladder of success. As Mr. Krishna said, you can be differentiator, you can be different than 100 other people who are, you are waiting for the interview to happen, there are limited seats, you could be the differentiator. And first and foremost thing, choosing the right institute with the right mentors is the wise idea if you're looking for the long term goals. So take COVID challenges as the positive aspects for 2 years down the line. Thank you.
Well, yes. So it's not today, it's not tomorrow. It is all for every day. And what we need to accept and understand that something which is today, definitely it's gonna go. So this shall too pass. This is the moment. And definitely we are all not studying for today. We are preparing ourselves for tomorrow and even after day after tomorrow and later. So dear parents, what we need to understand that all our kids are not only learning for today, we are upbringing, we are nurturing them for the youth as a youth of the nation for tomorrow and for the entire world. Well, we have too many questions coming up. So one important question, Dr. Krishna, this child is quite worried on the chat box. He has completed his internship training and completed his course, but then he's facing challenges in terms of job. But what I can see, and that's the reason I asked the question. But now, specifically, if he wants to ask this question to you, so I'm requesting you if you can take this further.
For sure.
Yeah.
I would like to answer that. Uh, Most importantly, finding a job in today's scenario is certainly difficult. That is the reality one has to accept. Because of COVID, this is in correlation with the question, the point which you have raised, Prachi, and which Dr. Amit has replied upon. Vis-a-vis pandemic, not tourism industry, all most of the industries have suffered. People in government job, people who are in medical profession, they are at more risk compared to us because they are in the front line. We are not the front line. We are in the nature of business, which is a service industry. Our damage at the moment is that opportunities are stag- practically at a standstill. So finding a job as on today is certainly difficult. But as Prachi has said very rightly, that this is the time to prepare. This is the time to sow the seed, means improve upon yourself. If you have done an internship, if you have done even a job, the right time for you is to create a blog for yourself, start talking about the destinations which you love, start talking about acumen, start talking about what experience you have gained so far. If you have some vision idea, that also share, because the trade is eventually going to open. In last 24 years, there were many moments of setbacks. 2008 and 9, there was a worldwide recession. We had seen this. The period was small, but for 6 months, practically, there was no business. Jobs were going. We all were afraid that time. We had seen SARS way back also. We had seen different kind of political unrest in different parts. War over Turkey took place, and the flights were not going to Europe over Turkey, and suddenly the airfare goes up. This is a trade which is connected worldwide. So the so the effect of worldwide disturbances are very fast on this trade. However, this trade has a unique tendency to bounce back very fast. The rest of the trade takes time, but this trade, because already people are talking that everyone is fed up of staying at home. The moment this all goes away, which will surely go away because of vaccination. When vaccination came into picture, the smallpox, chickenpox, polio, measles, everything gone. When a child is born today, a lot of vaccinations are given, and that's why we all are leading a healthy life. So vaccination process is on. and the normalcy will return the way vaccination goes up. And that is the time a lot of opportunity will suddenly come up. The question, big question at the moment is that when opportunity suddenly booms, are you prepared or not? So this is the time to really be kind of little bit of meditative, and really this is the time to focus on yourself. Certainly financial constraints and worries are there, but no, nothing is going to stop. In 24 years, nothing stopped for me. I kept on evolving, I kept on changing jobs. I moved to bigger companies, I moved to much bigger companies, I started my own business, I started second business. I had been moving on. 24 years, last 24 years, not without disturbances. There were disturbances. This will also pass. It is said that winter always turns to spring. It will never go back to back. And when great evil occurs, great good happens. So the idea is what? That you have to maintain your optimism and use this time to build up your profile. So my final one, use this time to build up your profile. The requirement and opportunities are going to bounce back. $1 million question is, will you be ready for that time? It did not. Opportunities never stopped for me in last 24 years, and it will not stop for you as well. Thank you. I hope I could reply.
Well, very well and in detail, sir. I believe he'll be very happy after listening this. Now,
Thank you.
let's give a little look like. Everyone is excited. They all want to see where, if they choose, then where they all will study and how. Just wow. Isn't it fun to be there? Well, I am also waiting. And that's something, the kind of environment you feel and you learn. And definitely, you excel when you are in the right place. So, moving further with the another question. Been in this industry since so long, and we would love to hear about your inspiration. which helped you to enter this field? How did you decide it? What was your thing? How did you actually decide it upon this particular area? Because there are many parents still struggling. The kids are struggling to take this decision to be there, and why. So, Amit sir and Krishna sir, I would like to have one-on-one with you. So, Amit
Sure.
sir,
Amit, please
shall we
go
go
ahead.
with?
Sir, after you. You were senior to me
Okay.
there.
Okay, thanks a lot. And Prachi, thanks a lot for showing this exciting video because I fondly remember entering this campus in the year 1996. And the hostels had come up that time. So I always had been very proud of that. I stayed in this campus and I studied there. So, what motivated me to join tourism industry? Uh, I would like to give you a very honest opinion because I belong to the state of Bihar, and in my state, everyone aspires to be UPSC or IAS or IPS only, and there is a huge craving for government jobs. But in that atmosphere, somehow because of my family background, I was really looking forward towards a career option which I would love. I was already good in geography, and in my interview at IITTM, I said also, it was asked to me that why do you wish to join? And I said that I love geography, I love world geography, and I love, and there was the excitement within me that I wanted to travel also. So those were very student days, basic interest areas, and actually it translated into because in last 24 years, exactly very surprisingly, I have traveled to 23 countries. In year 1997, I passed out, and in year 1998, as a tour manager, the topic which we are covering today, I traveled to 7 European countries. I went to London many times, n number of times, and what to talk about nearby countries, I have been repeatedly traveling. And more than traveling, what I realized that it helped me really evolve into a wise person. I'm sorry to say wise about myself, but I felt like that because I remember that the founder of Sony company, Akio Morita, he used to say that you can never buy education through money, but there is only one area of education where you can buy education through money, and that is by way of travel. This was what the game. So I personally feel that if you are interested, if you do not want, if you want an exciting career for yourself, and if you want a career for yourself, and you don't want to go by the way what society wants you, society traditionally had been suggesting us be a doctor, be an engineer. But if you want a career for yourself, where you are genuinely you wish to be happy, this is the career for you. You will never regret. Every day is a new day. There is nothing repeat in this trade. Every day we are working on a new destination, new itinerary, new planning, new plans. For us, every day is a fresh. We don't repeat it. So this is what I felt like adding. And over to Dr. Amit, please.
Well, if you ask me honestly, the inspiration mode is same. If you ask the student today, the potential student or inspiring student or the person who is on the first year of his education in tourism management, and the person like who happened to be a student 20 years ago or like Krishna 25 years ago. So first and foremost inspiration about tourism and travel industries, sir, I love traveling. That's why I want to I want to join this industry. And same was the inspiration for me also. See, one, yes, traveling, I always wanted to travel. That's number one. Number two, I wanted people to travel in a way that they should be genuinely able to see the destination they want to travel, bit outbound, bit inbound. Third, is there any gap between what customer expectations and what actually destination deserve for? These were few questions before me as a person joining IITTM Gwalior, because I was a science student before that. I did my master's in chemistry, and then I shifted to this side of the industry. So from pure science to the pure management side, the only first and foremost inspiration was traveling is a sector which motivate all of us to be part of it. So that was my inspiration. And as and when, even today, when I go to various universities, various institutes, take interviews as well, even if I'll ask students or the budding professional, then what made you choose this field and why do you want to come to this industry? And first and foremost thing, sir, we wanted to travel. If you want to travel, you need to make the people travel. This is the industry for you. And especially the fun part is when you will be working as tour manager, tour escort, apart from the responsibility which you will be having about the group or the different nationalities people you will be meeting across, different culture for that matter, you will be carrying responsibility for that destination also. So if you can afford carrying these kind of global responsibilities, responsibility for your country, because you will be representing your country, you will be the ambassador for your country, be it for the inbound tours when foreigners will come to India, or outbound tours when you will be going to other country. So if you have these sort of inspiration, if you see that, if you feel that you can have this kind, you can take these kind of challenges, which I felt that time and I took the challenge. So for me it was 180 360-degree shift from science stream to the management stream. But I'm happy that whatever decision I took that time was went good for me, and that has been a great inspiration for me even today. As Krishna sir said it right, every day is new day. Even today also, I still feel that after spending 19 and a half or 19 years in tourism industry, I still feel that I may be knowing 10% or 15% of the industry, though I have been focusing more on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal SDGs 2030. And in order to cut it short, we as in tourism industry contribute 10 to 12% of global GDP. Every 10th person of this world is directly or indirectly associated with tourism and travel industry. So these are the inspirations. These were the inspiration for me, and I'm sure for the budding professional, if they're carrying this kind of inspiration, so tourism industry could be your window to the world. Thank you.
May I add something here, Prachi?
Yeah, yeah, please, sir.
Okay. The important part is that the traditional run-of-the-mill career options have become limited. One has to also remember that uh, the demand for professionals in a particular industry also keeps on going up or down as per the development of the industry. So, like I give you example, as on today, a lot of foreign and imported vehicles come to India, and the technology had since the technology has been developed, like BMW, Mercedes, it is a foreign brand. So a lot of sophisticated automobile engineers are required. Because, but if you remember, 30 years back or 20 years back also, there were very few foreign cars on the road of India. So, so that time the demand for automobile engineering was not there. So I mean to say, the career options and the demand in the career, the demand for professionals in a particular field also move up as the way industry grows. If you take tourism industry, so 10.9 lakh Indian students went to study abroad in 2019, and this number keeps on going up. We all know people are going to study abroad. 27 million Indian tourists went abroad in 2019. I'm not talking about 2020 and 2021 because we all know the situation. 10 million foreigners came to India in 2019. Many airports have been converted into international airports. A lot of hotel chains have come to India. All worldwide reputed multinational hotel chains are practically in India. What does it indicate? It's a growing industry. In India, in America, or in Western countries, this industry has grown way back, 20 years, 30 years back. But in India, it is in a huge upswing. For pandemic, it has a standstill at the moment. But in India, it is continuously growing. In 24 years, I have seen that. The demand had been every time moving up, moving up, moving up. And in the present scenario also, foreign travel and foreigners coming to India may happen slowly, but Indians, the moment vaccination is over, they will start traveling all over India. One cannot stop it. Since it is a growing industry, so the demand for professional will always be there, and the demand will increase. How do we place? How well trained we are? How we have evolved? Like today you have to learn digital marketing. Whatever you do, you have to learn digital. So the demand is going to remain there. So I always call it that this industry is full of hope. The way you want, you can grow. Thank you. Over to Prachi, please.
Yeah, everyone which has been expecting a number of questions answer related to this. Yes, definitely pandemic, definitely the inspiration, because that's one motivation, one passion, and that's what we all look for. So if you feel like traveling, as Krishna has said and Amitji said, definitely you should be just passionate about something and you will enjoy and live upon it overall. Well, moving further, I would like to ask an important question to Dr. Saurabh sir. Dr. Saurabh, if you can help all our students to understand that what all they will be studying in this particular course. You can elaborate things like, in this particular course, these are the areas they will be covering, and that is how these things are useful for their future. Over to you, sir.
Prachi, thank you. This course is very informative course, and in this course, students after joining they will learn about tourism, basics of tourism, about inbound tourism, outbound tourism, domestic travel, study tours. What is the meaning of incentive travel, LTC? They would be learning about event, that is MICE, meeting, incentive, conferences and conventions, foreign exchange, how to make calculations, finance management, how to do travel accounting, foreign languages like French, Spanish, travel insurance, cargo and logistics, a little bit about destinations, tourism destinations. Nowadays, you might be aware that destination weddings are very popular. Then sports and tourism, ticketing, online travel agencies, then use of information technology in tourism and travel industry. As you know, tourism industry is technology intensive industry. Nowadays we talk about audio guide, video guide, we have virtual reality, augmented reality, simulators in the field of adventure industry. There are more than 42 forms of tourism, like health tourism is there, medical tourism is there. Medical tourism is a $1 billion industry. India is a popular destination. Many tourists they used to come here from Gulf countries and other developing countries. Wellness tourism, Ayurveda tourism, adventure, dark tourism, solo travel, only women tours, and many other courses, many other modules are there, like human resources in tourism. Then environmental science is there, quantitative techniques. Our students in IITTM, placement is like all students they are getting placement and on the job training after doing BBA and MBA. So many students they are opting for statistical area like market analytics. So we have modules like quantitative techniques in tourism and how to use statistics, how to apply statistics in tourism and accounting. So these are the major modules students are going to study in IITTN. Besides this, we have study tour. So we take students to adventure destinations like Gulmarg, IISM, Indian Institute of Skiing Management, or Manali. We have it's a multi-campus institute. IITTM has campuses at Gwalior, Noida, Nellore, Goa, and Bhubaneswar. We have two camp offices at Shillong and Bodh Gaya. So our Goa campus is specialized in water sports. Even they are giving certificates to Indian Navy. Bhubaneswar campus is specialized in, you can say, ecotourism. Gwalior is specialized in heritage tourism. Noida campus is specialized in events and adventure. In Nellore, we have special faculty for cargo and logistics. So almost all of our students they are placed well in the industry. Any industry you can name, you will find our students. Any multinational company. IITTM students they are getting placement in multinational companies. Last year, more than 25 students they got placement in African countries and other places. So in this way, once a student is joining in IITTM, they are getting better exposure. We have state of the art infrastructure here. We have sports like billiards and other football, cricket. So students, their development is you can say we are providing practical as well as theoretical training. Thank you.
So, well, again, super in detail. Thank you so much, Dr. Saurabh, to answer and the queries of all our students. Now, Dr. Krishna, another important question from all our students itself and the parents basically, they want to know that what actual skills are absolutely required to be in this industry. Well, I personally believe as a career coach, right, under remarkable education, we always say every child is unique in themselves, and every child has their own skill set, so we must give the direction to individual child into their own areas. So if you can give a little brief about what skills are actually required to be in this particular industry. Over to you, sir.
For me, Dr. Krishna sir.
Yeah.
For me, okay. Well, the beauty of this industry is it is right fit for all kind of people. Like if you're extrovert, there's a subset for you. For introvert, there's subset for you. If you want to take the lead, like the today's topic is more about to escorting and the tour manager. If you have inherent quality to be more logical, to take the decision on the spot, not to take decision, take the right decision on the spot, I think this is the industry for you. For let's break it into two parts at micro level. If you're introvert by virtue of nature or you're extrovert by virtue of nature. For introvert, if you're good at costing, if you're good at statistics, market intelligence, product development, costing, operations could be the right fit for you. If for extrovert, getting into the field on the spot, wherein you need to make 1 plus 1 bit 21, bit 11 on the spot, every day is new day for you. You can face the challenge on the ground. You can have these kind of fields for you, bit sales, bit talking to the people, bit the customer care, customer centricity departments, be it your tour escorting department, tour management department, be it contracting or negotiations. I can vouch on that because I hail from the subset of procurement, negotiations, strategy, and the product development. So be yourself in whichever nature, introvert or extrovert you are, you have right fit subset for you. And as I mentioned, every 10th person of the world is directly or indirectly associated with this industry. And imagine if you are a tourism professional, as I mentioned earlier, sky is the limit. It can open the window for opportunity for you. So know your skills, go to your professor, they will sharpen your skill. Then you are most welcome to the industry. Any kind of extrovert nature, introvert nature, all are welcome here.
Prachi, can I add something?
Yeah, sure, sir, please.
For joining in this industry, students or candidates, they should be thoughtful, controlled, reliable, calm, peaceful, sociable, because you have to mix up with the multicultural society, people coming from various countries. You should know their culture. Person should be responsive, easygoing, lively. He should be active or dynamic, touchy, optimistic, excitable, and sober. My dear students, in this industry, you can, like, one of my alumni, one of my student, he traveled 45 countries, so you can meet many kind of people. You can learn many cultures, you can learn many things. So if somebody is dynamic, he can do miracles. He can start many other businesses. So these are the major personality traits you need for joining tourism and travel industry. And these traits are basically phlegmatic, sanguine, and choleric traits. So person who is willing to come here, he should be able to work. He should be flexible. He can work like 24 hours. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, sir. And that's clearly understood for all the parents, I believe, that what skills are actually required to be in this particular industry. I believe Krishna, sir, would like to add few things. Yeah, sir, please. So you on mute.
I just thought that one very important factor is where parents can also judge and aspirants can also judge. It is hospitality industry. So you should have a heart of hospitality. And when I say heart of hospitality, means you must love meeting people. Amit has rightly said that there are multiple different kind of jobs available in this field. So a lot of jobs are into accounting also. A lot of jobs are also available into some contracting or itinerary planning, which is more of a desk job. But majority of people are somehow involved or interact with the client or meet people. So you need to have a very hospitable heart. You should have a little bit of caring heart. And certainly, the nature should be if you have a nature where you love meeting people, you love to know more about unknown paradigms of the world, then you are for this trade and you will certainly enjoy it. I thought to highlight that. Thank you. Over to Prachi.
So all these areas of the personality, yes, definitely are important. So moving further, well, with loads of questions, this question I would like to ask Amit sir. What are different segments and areas actually available in this industry? Since you are there, been working, so you can help all our students about different segments of this industry. Or Dr. Saurabh.
Uh, to me or Dr. Saab?
Yeah.
Amit, you can start.
All right, sir. Thank you. Okay. Well, in a little experience of like what I had about this industry of 19 years, what I could say that person of any trait, person of any expertise, the person of skill set, of having varied background can be absorbed in this industry. It's such a huge, it's such a vast, it's such a, you know, it's such a global segment industry wherein whatever you want, you are, sharpen your skill set, go to the right mentor and see what best you can give about from your skill set to the industry, and industry can make a career, industry can make that small segment which can be right fit for you and to welcome you. So uh, I have met during my course of career, I met the people who are from science background, who are from geography background, arts. In fact, I met many professionals who were there in engineering field. They wanted to get into the service industry and they found it better. And at matter of chance, which I would like to add, one of the IIM have decided to, sort of do the case studies based on the tourism management. So it itself shows the vast potential this industry carry for the people, for especially for the budding professional. They will be in this industry after 2 years or 3 years or maximum 5 years, what is relevant for today's scenario. So irrespective, like Saurabh sir did mention various traits, irrespective what you are, if you feel that you can sharpen your skill set, you are most welcome to this industry.
Saurabh sir, would you like to add something to it?
Yes, Prachi, actually in tourism and travel industry, as I told, inbound, outbound, these are basic sectors. There are many allied areas. I told you about events and forex and many other areas are there. There are more than 75 job profiles in tourism. Like people, they think in tourism there is tour guiding only. It is not like that. Escorting is there, tour management is there, tour presidents are there. So there are more than 75 job profiles. As I told you, more than 45 forms are there. One of my student, he did MBA, and after MBA he is into interpretation side. He is very good in German language. So he is in Aurangabad and he is doing interpretation and translation work for multinational companies, and he is earning a lot of money. Second student, after doing one training program, he is helping film industry people to identify location, and he is working for film industry, and he is doing like almost all the job related to that particular destination. So initially he has to explore the destination, good for shooting of any movie or serial. Then he used to make everything available there. So that is a kind of innovative task for him. And third student, he developed Ahmedabad Walks. So Ahmedabad, as you know, that is a heritage city. So basically, he was a tour escort and guide. So he is associated with Ahmedabad Hawks, and their team helped in proposal planning, how to create a proposal, uh, and how to submit that proposal to different organizations like state government, Ministry of Tourism, and UNESCO or UNESCO. Then one candidate, he is a polyglot. Polyglot means one person can speak many languages. So that guy can speak 7 languages, 7 foreign languages. So he is doing well in the industry. I am myself is a software engineer. So as you know, in tourism and travel industry, you cannot survive without information technology. So I started my career because of air flight ticketing. So I am a certified trainer of MADS. So that is a global distribution system. And our honorable director, he is basically the architect. So he did the PhD from Manek Bhopal in architecture. So he is expert in smart city development projects, how to design spaces, and he is working on accessible tourism. Like people, they cannot go to different or difficult locations. So almost people from commerce, people from science, people from biology, people from technology, statistics, all people, they can be accommodated in tourism and travel industry. So we can say that tourism and travel industry is fit for all. And many of our students, they are working with IRCTC, Government of India, and different state governments. So when you are doing tourism and travel course, you can also prepare for competitive exams, because students, they are learning history, they are learning heritage, they are learning geography. So these subjects are basic subjects for any competition in the country. So it is my advice to all my young buddies: if you want to travel without money, free of cost, see the world in $8. That was a movie. So please join tourism and travel industry. And there was one more movie, Guide of Devana. So if you want to become a role model for the society, please come and join tourism and travel industry. Thank you. Over to Prachi. Thank you.
Well, so I believe this is all quite clear to all the students out there, definitely. Now, what all opportunities are there? Once, if anyone studies in the institution, yes, IITTM, and coming out of the institution looking for placements, so what sort of different wings, different opportunities comes up for every single child they can opt for? So different options. So Amit sir, if you can take this question and help our students.
Well, if they would want to opt for any specialized subset of tourism industry, as Saurabh sir did mention, there are varied subset based on your interest. But if I may say honestly, like what variants, what the skill sets, what are the subsets which may go well in coming years, 4 to 5 years, are the subsets of responsible tourism, subsets of sustainable development to sustainable tourism, and the further subsets of the what should I say, ecotourism, and those subsets of the tourism which impact the social and ecological fabric of the society directly. Those are the areas where they're gonna be surge in demand in 2 to 3 years. By now we have been tapping the international trends also, what people are thinking for, because consumer behavior is changing drastically. What we used to see 10 years down the line will not be the consumer behavior for the upcoming years. So if you can enhance your skills based on these small parameters, along with the quantifications of the quantification of the skill sets which you would want to go for, I think these are the focus areas you can be well availed for 3 to 5 years down the line from today.
Can I add, Prachi?
Yeah, sir, please.
My dear students, as we know, in case of any confusion, students, they are going to Google uncle and Wikipedia auntie. So, dear students, when you will explore, you will find that there are about 39 million jobs in tourism in the financial year 2020 in India. When you will see IT sector, there are about 4.36 million jobs. And when you will go to construction, there were about 8 to 23 million in January. So these are rough figures. So let us not go into it. But when you will explore in India, you will find that there are top three employing sectors. Number one, IT. Number two, automobile, and number three, tourism. So in IT, demand is there is a huge demand and there is more supply. When you will go to automobile, there is good demand but less supply. But in tourism, there is very less supply and demand is multifold. So tourism is basically a service industry. So demand is more, and by 2030, as per the predictions given by World Tourism Organization, India will be a major destination. Because we are doing many changes, and in last 10 years you will see that in India we added a number of niche destinations, new destinations, like Statue of Unity in Rajpipla, Gujarat, Akshardham Temple, Hanvantiya. So we have a mix of good destinations, heritage destinations, cultural destinations, dark tourism, and we are also working in the field of adventure, Ayurveda, and wellness, and medical tourism. So demand will be multifold, and my dear students, placement is excellent in tourism and travel sector. Thank you.
Well, to keep you bounded, we have another thing. Yes, yet another center of IITTM. So let's have a tour of IIM Bhubaneswar now. So, hey, we actually visited IITTM Bhubaneswar. Definitely. So, IITTM number of centers where we all can choose which one is nearby. And then, as per the course and faculties as well, the options are always open. for which a detailed tour and guidance Dr. Chandrasekhar sir will be giving us about. Yes, the one question which is coming from number of students and asked by too many times, Mr. Sneha from Aurobindo School and Mr. Shekhar from DPS. They want to know, sir, in detail about the entire admission procedure and how they can fill the application form, they can enter and entrance exam and everything. If you can throw some detailed light upon this, Dr. Chandrasekhar, sir, the one and only we all have been waiting for. So,
Thank you very much, Dr. Prachi, ma'am, from the Remarkable Education, conducting such a lovely webinar today. And my greetings to all the students, parents, and the teachers, those who are joining. And recently, I got a message from the director, IITTM, Professor Alok Sharma, sir, who is also sending greetings to all of you for interesting session today. I'm happy to share about IITTM very quickly to all of you. IITTM was established in 1983, initially at New Delhi. Later, after 10 years, shifted to Gwalior. So at present, we are in 5 locations running full-time MBA program. Gwalior is the headquarter, northern region, Noida, southern region in Andhra Pradesh, Nellore, eastern region, you already saw the video, Bhubaneswar, capital city of Odisha, and Goa. So these 5 places, we have MBA program with total 750 seats. And 4 locations we are offering BBA Tourism and Travel. This is 3 years degree program. Students, those who are appearing in 12th examination or pass out are eligible to apply, because now date is extended, because 21st of May was the last date, but we extended till 31st of May. Next 10 days we are open. Those who are interested to register for admission in BBA, Tourism and Travel, even students, those who are going to appear in the 12th examination are eligible, because we all know the examinations are not conducted for 10 plus 2 means the 12th. So this is very important. I wanted to share. Student, those who are from general category, you are unreserved or OBC, they have to present 50% marks, and those who are from the SC and ST, they have to score minimum 45%. They have to present, submit up to 31st of October. This is the maximum time limit we are giving you, and we are now open. You have to visit the website of IITTM, that is www.iittm.ac.in. So the same structure for the MBA program, because we have same procedure on the website of IITTM. You are watching the running clipping. The website is there. Application is available for MBA Tourism and Travel Management. Student, those who are interested, if you are in the final semester, appearing examination is not yet conducted, even you are eligible to apply. Even those who are pass out also can apply the same. And same percentage we are expecting, 50% for general category, that is UR and OBC, 45% that is for SC/ST as per the guidelines of Supreme Court of India. 750 seats are for the MBA program with all 5 centers, and we follow the reservation norms. Once again, for SC, ST, OBC, general category, economical weaker section. IITTM also support you for those who are eligible for the scholarship. Those who are from OBC category or SC, ST, yes, we are Government of India, Ministry of Tourism Institute. So we are the one and only under the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, running these programs as per University Grant Commission, which is a supreme body, works under the Ministry of Human Resource Development. So we are running such a interesting, as you already saw the 2 centers, our infrastructure is very, very beautiful, interesting, that give you happiness, because tourism means something, for the pleasure. So even as a student, you are joining us, you will find beautiful campuses, whether Gwalior, Bhubaneswar, Nellore, Goa, and Nellore. So these are recent, all the new buildings, and they are beautiful palatial architecture with lovely infrastructure, lush green, lawn, gardens, beautiful parking area. We have big sports ground for football, hockey, cricket. We do have billiards, and we have number of other sports activity, billiards room, and auditorium also. About the classroom, I want to talk about the infrastructure, because we are conducting the classes 5 days in a week. Monday to Friday, no classes on Saturday, Sunday. Timings are 9:45 till 5. Because we have a huge number of faculties, they are assistant professor, associate professor, and professors. They are expert with their subjects. They are taking classes, completing 100% syllabus within the class, smart classes. Each and every class is air conditioned with a smart projector, white screen, audiovisual system, and we are very punctual about the timing of classes and completion of course as well as examination. Because all the students, whether you are MBA or BBA, you have a chance opportunity to go join industry as a summer internship. Because IITTM linkages are very strong. Whether you talk, because the travel, tourism, and allied industries, it is very far, very, very wide. I mean, hospitality industry. So here I wanted to talk. We have number of leading travel agencies in India, tour operators, cargo agents, logistics companies, aviation, cruises, hotel sector, wedding planner, foreign exchange, conference tourism, that is MICE, or maybe public sector, Indian Railway subsidiary, IRCTC, Barmer and Lorry, Ministry of Petroleum, that is a State Tourism Development Corporation, State Tourism Board. I mean, many organizations, even Ministry of Tourism, Government of India offices, they are known as India Tourism offices. I mean, entire country, there are nearly 20 offices are working. So we take care 100% summer internship. That is a chance opportunity to understand the tourism industry, to groom yourself. You are joining back. Again, we are taking classes for remaining subject. Because in these BBA and MBA, we conduct many subjects. We cover like general principles, also organizational behavior. We have a finance, accounting, marketing, tourism marketing, especially sales also. So students are trained, groomed with the many management subjects. Besides, we have many subjects of tourism. You are learning about the management of travel agency and tour operation, airport operation management, basic air cargo operation management, those who are going into the specialization. Otherwise, we have geography in tourism. So, I mean, these are very, very important subjects you are studying. In the graduation program, we are offering one international language, either French or Spanish. So please understand, IITTM prepared in such a way the course curriculum that which is very attractive, interesting also, that also give you a chance opportunity for your preparation of your any competitive examination if you wanted to go for railways or banking or maybe state PSC, UPSC. Because after graduation, because our 3-year graduation program is equivalent to any graduation of any university, you can say, or then further you can go for masters, which may be MBA program. If you are pursuing MBA with us, we are taking care 100% placement, because our linkages once again are very strong in the entire travel tourism industry of India as well as abroad. Dr. Dixit sir already mentioned about that last 3 to 4 years. We have Satguru Travel, they are recruiting a student for the South Africa. And many students are very happily going and they are working successfully. Even this year also 2021, 14 students are selected. Even this is the time of COVID-19, but you know, we score more than 60% of the placement for MBA program. So placement is very important from the IITTM side. We are assuring you, if you are from any background of graduation, whether it is BA, BCom, BSc, BHM, BCA, I mean any bachelor, I'm talking about, or any engineering, even the medical line, they are joining IITTM, and master degree is prepared in such a way. After second semester, you are going for a study tour, so you have a first-hand knowledge about your travel, about the product knowledge. And because India is such a beautiful country, very large country in terms of area, in terms of population, even in terms of attractions, tourism attraction, whether they are natural attraction, man-made attraction, cultural attractions. Accordingly, we have very big number of travel agencies are working, rightly mentioned by Sri Krishna sir and Amit ji. Our whole country is very well connected by the air, because the Udan scheme target is more than of 100 domestic airport by the end of 2021. More than 50 international airport will be ready. That means India will be, you know, very well connected. I mean, all the states, 28 states, 8 union territories. So we can handle a very big business, either international inbound or maybe within country domestic. Because many Indians are going abroad, that is outbound, which is crossing more than 26 of million. But our present Prime Minister is keen interested to motivate Indian people to travel within country India. So there is very high demand of trained manpower. So IITTM putting their best effort to train, and before students are completing, companies are coming to us for the campus placement. They are leading once again hoteliers, Taj, Oberoi, Radisson, cruises company like Royal Caribbean, even a number of luxury train, Maharaja Express. The students are recruited from IITTM. So this is something very important to understand. And during the study, once again, on the job training is there, study tour is there, internship is there. We have number of experts from the industry, especially our alumni. They are coming to us regularly. They are engaging the classes. They are giving you practical knowledge. And then after, when you are joining industry, you have already basic first-hand knowledge. So I mean, if you are going for BBA tourism and travel, which is equivalent to any graduation, but you are prepared to go for the job, because these courses are very, very professional enough. So, I mean, I've got to say, because our infrastructure is very important to talk, especially the library. Because of you are studying 5 days, I mean, the classroom teaching. So we have Saturday, which is off. So morning, forenoon, library is open. We have number of magazine, tourism, travel, hospitality magazine, online journals. We are paying the fee in dollars and US pound sterling, and many more foreign currencies. So once again, I mean, library once again, which is helping, assisting a lot to you. And the fee structure also, I'm very open to talk to you. For BBA program, it is coming something 93,000 per year. I mean, it is including 2 semesters, and that means 2,80,000 rupees, which covers your admission fees, tuition fees, exam fees, institute ID card, insurance of 3 years, and 2 study tour for BBA, and entire classroom teaching. 4 books each semester from the library are issued. We have our permanent faculty of IITTM industry experts. Even we have collaboration with number of international universities. Their experts are coming to us. The same with the MBA program. But especially for the MBA, because after graduation of BBA, student more than 90% they are interested to go for higher education. That's why our major emphasis for the placement is in the MBA program. After MBA, student can go for UGC NET, which is a national eligibility test if you want to go for academic line, or maybe further you can go for doctorate, PhD. So this is once again a very glamorous industry after the film industry, and it's contributing a lot for the country India for earning of foreign exchange. It's a third major foreign exchange earner industry after ready-made garment, gems and jewelry. Once again, tourism is very, very attractive. That's why I'm also very happy. Every day I'm enjoying working with the campus, enjoying talking and interacting in the classes with the student. And every day I'm also learning. My students are also enjoying. I think over to Dr. Prachi.
Prachi, can I add something?
Well, yes, sir. Why not?
Dear students, IITTM has signed MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with many foreign universities for exchange of academic ideas. IITTM is a international focal point of APETIT, Asia Pacific Education and Training Institutes in Tourism, that is a part of UNESCAPE, United Nations. IITTM organized Marco Polo program for students of Commonwealth countries. So many students from Commonwealth countries, they came to IITTM Gwalior and stayed here for I think 15 20 days. IITTM has got library and digital library. Library of IITTM Gwalior has got largest collection of books, videos and journals. We have the best journal in the world, that is Annals of Tourism. And if in any student, they may get chance to work for projects of Government of India. As you know, IITTM is the nodal agency for adventure projects, tourism branding projects, accessible tourism projects, and Swachhta action plan. So that is the added advantage if you are joining in IITTM. As well as IITTM, we are receiving many inquiries from other countries also. So exposure is very good in IITTM. We have students from all parts of the country. We had students from African countries, Seychelles, and Nepal. Thank you.
Well, it's time to conclude this session now. But still, I have one very important thing to ask every individual, every panelist here, starting from Krishna, sir. So, if you can give one straight piece of advice to all our students, those who are actually looking forward their career in this particular industry.
I would like to say that if your heart is inclined towards a career in tourism industry, so you are listening to your heart. So go by it. It is it is a very interesting industry, and it is very different from the conventional type of careers people had been choosing, and this is in sync uh, with the present times because it can give you opportunity within India, outside also. Uh, there is no gender bias, but I would like to say that for females also, this industry is very accommodative because it allows them to work as per their convenience. Now, work from home concept is also coming. So, depending upon the changes in life, change in the location, one can find a suitable job very fastly in this trade. So, but yes, certainly I have told earlier also, it's very important to really look forward to join this industry, and provided you feel that you are the citizen of the world, and it will be very wonderful opportunity to see the world, interact with many people, and evolve yourself, enrich yourself, because this industry keeps on teaching you also. So this skill, so you'll automatically you'll automatically evolve. You will get enriched, and you will become a better human being. So this is the wonderful thing. Thank
Well, Amit sir, one last
Uh,
piece of advice for all our
okay.
students.
So from this industry, what I have learned that if you know, if you want to evolve yourself in ever changing dynamic world, if you would like to put yourself in the shoes wherein you would want to feel how you should grow in a way that where the sky is the limit, this could be the window to that sky. Tourism industry as a whole can open the opportunity to you in a way that you have not even expected for. So in my opinion, if you can, if based on the interaction what you had with everyone today, you might have heard the academic side, you might have heard the professional, the practical side of it. See yourself where you stand. We would all like to welcome you to this industry with open arms. As Mr. Krishna said in the beginning, first 3 to 4 years are critical. And Mr. Barua and Saurabh sir said that having the right, institute could be the right platform for you. I would like to combine both of it, that right academics, a right platform, right, and for a right industry, right company you will start your career with. Sky is the limit. So we all welcome you all.
Well, thank you so much, Amit sir, and the entire IITTM family. Trust me, it's been a great journey so far. The way you all have explained tourism for future career of students, definitely it's commendable. And we all we were not really very much aware of that this can also be one career area. Yes, but there is education available in our country, and that too up to this extent. Definitely, the many students, parents, and schools, those who are hosting it today, they've all asked me that, is it really? But yes, now it is possible, and we know where to approach, where to go, and how. So it's very simple. We know there's IITTM.ac.in. You just need to visit website, log on to website, check, apply, and then register yourself. And these people are here to guide you for through. You can choose the different career areas if you're looking for undergrads or postgrads as well. So now it's time to conclude since it was last and related session related to tools. So we wanted to answer all major questions, but still we welcome all your questions. You all can share with us in case if you have any sort of queries. So to conclude this session, as the clock is ticking, right? Time felt like a pleasant breeze today. We are grateful to all of you for taking out time. Thanks for sharing your opinions and viewpoint. That makes valuable, uh, pointers for all the students out there. I'm sure that it is a value added to both parents and students, and to teachers as well. I know. And I also thank our viewers for joining us today on this social media platform. on our YouTube channel, on Facebook, and also to all the schools, those who are actually hosting this for their students and parents. Also for posting your queries and for their love and support. So we'll see you soon. Till then, take care, stay healthy, and stay safe. Goodbye. We'll be reaching out to you with yet another career session very soon. Thank you so much.
Namaskar.